GM, everyone. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Poor Craigie boy. He's unwell, guys, so he's not going to join us today. So, like we finished at the end of last week, chat, we had just me to chat after the Spencer chat, and it was good. It was good. So, guys, bring your questions. Bring the alpha. Let's talk about it. I mean, just reading some chat comments right now. It's hilarious. But yeah, guys, hope you had a lovely weekend. Obviously, market is hot. We are just breaking news, actually. Probably the first live stream to discuss this right now. I'll pull it up straight away before we get into the thick of it. But guys, for the first time in history, okay, let me swap this over. First time in history, we have the most amount of money ever in crypto invested, guys. That is just a round of applause in that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, where is it? Where is it? There it is. All right. So this is the first time in history we have ever seen. I'll wait till the applause is done. This is the first time in history that we've ever seen $3.95 trillion in our industry, guys. So we are currently making history here live on the show. Probably the first live stream to ever discuss a new all-time high of price action across crypto. So that's huge, guys. Obviously, that's massive because the more money that's in crypto, the more we have our bags potentially pumped. So I love it. But yeah, GM, guys, GM to you, Basil, GM to you, Chris, GM to you, Pet as well, GM to you, go to work on your abs, baby. Keep going, boy. Keep pumping, keep pumping. Retspa's in the chat. Love it, Retspa, mate. I've been buying that Retspa chart. I'm a big fan of the Retspa chart. That's for sure. The alpha is that'll be swatted in 5 minutes. Yeah, maybe from the Retspa crew. But guys, pleasure to be back here and dive into this stream today. Market is hot and we've got lots to discuss over the weekend. But naturally, guys, before we do dive in, obviously a quick shout out to our sponsor, OKX Australia. If you're keen to jump into crypto and start trading spot, this is definitely the exchange for you. Completely safe, okay? Very easy to onboard and offboard across the world, not just here in Australia. If you're keen to sign up, there's a link down below. But obviously, it's the best exchange because there's no headaches. Really simple KYC signing up process. And if you have any questions, we're here to help you out. Craig and I both can help you out. But if you're keen to sign up, it's down below. Massive shout out to OKX. And guys, we have our first IRL event with them in about 3 weeks' time in Brisbane. So if you're keen to come and chat with Craig and I, keen to socialize, have a couple of social beers, check that link out. We've discussed that previously. But yeah, super pumped to be partnering with OKX here at GC Crypto, guys. But yeah, the market's hot, guys. So keen to chat. Yeah, there's a lot of chat saying get well, Craig. So Craig, my thoughts with you as well, mate. Hopefully you're feeling better today. You could rest up, catch up on some of that sleep that you missed last night and over the weekend as well. But yeah, guys, monumental moment. The first time in history that we have ever seen crypto go above the 3.94 trillion mark. Now, of course, we have pulled back. Let's have a look. When did we pull back? Oh, only a little bit, but yeah. Naturally, guys, very, very bullish times in crypto. And I mean, if we do take a quick look at the market, oh my God, BTC's at 119K. Here I was saying we either reject from this last week or we break through this and go crazy. Now, again, guys, GTG is printing. We are lit. This is our long. This is our long, baby. And I even said 123 is the target. So, guys, we're long from about this mark here, about 112. I think our entry is a 113-ish. GGs, you can't, dude, TA. I mean, a huge show last Friday. If you did miss it, we had Spencer on the show, who basically got into Moonbirds, acquired them. He's one of the best probably traders of NFTs out there. Okay, made a squitzer, a big bag on the Pudgy Penguins ecosystem. But basically, he, I mean, shout out to him. He's very much a thesis trader, and I understand that. But guys, TA is a tool, and I think so many people fade TA. So yet again, we've nailed another entry here. But yeah, really nice move here by BTC. Let's have a look. So on the day, oh, guys, this has momentum to go high. We could actually see a new all-time high for BTC. Dude, the Sunday pump chat. Every Sunday night we do a show, crypto definitely pumps. And I'm talking about America because in Australia here, it's already Monday morning. My week's already started. But basically, Sunday in America, we see a pump. So yet again, I mean, if we have a look, here's here, Sunday. Last week, Sunday pump. Look at that, Sunday pump. When did we... Sunday pump, guys, just buy on a Sunday and you'll probably be profiting over time. Not financial advice. If we have a look, when was last Sunday? Sunday? Oh, no, we had a little bit of a bear Sunday. So the last bear Sunday that we had was the 20th of July. Hey, you can't argue with stats. You can't argue with the charts, but that's what price action is doing. Now, lots to discuss in this video, guys. Obviously, the main focus will probably be abstract, but we have seen a massive like pump across the market in majors, across both altcoins, across meme coins. We've seen a massive pump across um, Solana meme coins as well, and I'm making money over there. So that's really cool to see. But yeah, market's hot, guys. Market is really hot. I love seeing that. I'm just doing a bit of a catch up right now on the market. Okay, so that's cool seeing that. We'll just pull up some charts over on Abstract as well. We'll discuss them in a minute's time. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the chat, and I'll get to them. Big GM to all of you in Australia, and good evening to you if you are overseas in either Europe or America. All right, so we'll dive straight in. So BTC obviously doing a big move this morning, which is great to see. ETH is also pretty much approaching new all-time highs. So that's pretty much. I actually don't even know what the all-time high is for ETH. Okay, let me just before we do actually dive into that. This is the first time that we have significant strength. Okay, on Ethereum. Now, historically, guys, historically, this is a very bearish zone. We have gone above previous levels. Now, that is fantastic. Now, could we do something like we did in 2021 where we have a deviation above it and then close back down in maybe a month or two's time? Maybe. But the thing that really separates my thesis around Ethereum right now compared to what it was like throughout like this cycle as well, and obviously back in 2021, is that you have so many of these institutional companies buying a shit ton of their Ethereum. Like the ETF as well. Hold on, let me have a look. CoinGlass, ETH, ETF. Let's just see how much money is going into it. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's have a look. So let's have a look here. So basically, yeah, we had 6K, we had 9K, 65K, 2K, 33K. So 117K of Ethereum has been bought by the ETFs. When was that? On Friday. 60K of Ethereum on Thursday, 9K on Wednesday, and 20K the day before. We had a bit of outflows on the start of the week, but before that, guys, look at this. We had two. Oh my God, look at this. Like, yeah, so over the period of this time, which is what? Let's do some math here. So the 23rd. So that's about a week plus about. So that's about what? 20 days. So over the past 20 days, there has been accumulatively $3 million, $3 million, no, 3 million ETH worth. So what's 3 million times by 4,200? Well, it's not 4,000. We'll go 4K because that's the average. Guess how much money that is, chat? I can't even read that number. It's that big. One, two, it's what, 1, 2, 3. That's like $12 billion invested in ETH. $12 billion, guys. Now, that makes me super excited because you want to be in ecosystems. You want to hold assets that are on Ethereum. So look no for, oh my God, Retzper is pumping. Retzper's in the chat and it is pumping. GM2 Vibing Cat, GM2 Fish as well, legend. Dean is GM2 legend. Greeny, are you adding Pengu? I heard it was a cup and handle. I will take a look at the Pengu chart. Dude, I wanted to buy more Retzper, but it's pumping. What the hell, bro? What the hell? Okay, God is consolidating as well. Retzper playing catch up now, which is great to see over on Abstract. We'll talk about this shortly. I want to dive into that because Abstract is definitely the place that you want to be right now. But I might have to buy some more chat. Might have to buy some more on the show. Let me have a look. But yeah, guys, basically Ethereum is absolutely dominating here. We have so much institutional demand. Total Ethereum spot ETF net inflow is pretty much at peaks that we have not seen since December last year. Like that's price. Yeah, but so price, this is the highest we've seen in price since then, but also the inflow. Look at the inflow then, but look at this inflow from the move here between 2.5K to about the 4K mark. It is massive. It is massive. So naturally, I really don't mind this Ethereum move. I'm very hedged to Ethereum. I hold a Pudgy Penguin. I hold multiple Moonbirds. I hold Recoin on ETH. I move my Pengu to ETH on Abstract. I hold a shit ton on Abstract. I hold Liquid ETH. I hold a couple base tokens. So again, I'm very heavily exposed to this. And if you go back and watch a video I released literally about 3 or 4 months ago, I literally said that Ethereum is about to outperform both BTC and Solana. I literally gave it to you on a piece of pie. So go check that video out, guys. And if you want to join us in GTG, this is where you can catch the alpha real time every day. But like, guys, look at this chart. Hold on, I don't have it written anymore. So this is Sol versus ETH. If you go back and look at my altcoin video that I released in April this year, guess where it is? Guess where this chart is? It's about there. It's literally about here. Not quite the top, but it's literally about there. And I literally say Ethereum is about to absolutely explode against these. Okay, that's against Solana. Look at the ETH versus BTC chart. Rejection from here, no surprise. We have rejected, but it's up. Again, April. When was my video? It was late or mid-April. Look at that. I timed the bottom. 97% move against BTC. Feels good to be right, chap. Feels good to be right. Been doing this all cycle. Releasing a video soon, actually, about my story. So that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Here's the chart. Always forget I got to change the chart. But yeah, look at this. 97 move off the lows. 100% move. And mid-April is exactly when I released this video. And look at the bottom. There's the bottom. And here's the Sol versus ETH chart, guys. I literally released it at the mid-April. So if you look at mid-April, where is it? Not quite the top, but basically as close to the top as you can have. And thus, consequently, we've seen a 48% outperformance in Ethereum versus BTC and ETH and Solana. Oh my God, guys. People are buying Retspa right now. Hold on. Let me look at this. Pulling this up. But yeah, GG's to everyone. I'm reading the chat. Denise. I'll call you Denise. Musty says, tell Polly to pump. Well, Polly's been around a lot longer. I just feel like these new coins just have the meta, they have the narrative, and all these sort of things. So it makes it a lot harder to sort of see the love for that, in my opinion. I don't know. Why is Retspa pumping? Retspa, you're in the chat. Why is Retspa pumping? Talk to me. Talk to me. All right, let's go. All right, we're about to talk about Abstract, literally. And Craig and I are literally... I'm going to bring up that tweet that he shared. Hold on, let me find it. Doing a stream by myself. It's been a while since I've done streams by myself. It's good to be back. Good to be back. So shout out to everyone who's watching. And make sure you follow us on GC Crypto, guys. We've been absolutely killing it. And let me pull that up. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I released this video, Abstract. If you want to understand Abstract, the 4 best opportunities in Abstract right now, go watch that. It's on my YouTube. Dropped it. When was that? 3 days ago. Okay, so GC Crypto, go click follow. We have huge announcements coming in the next week. Week or 2. It just depends on how we go behind the scenes. But yeah, huge announcements. Now, where's the post? Yeah. So this is just to show you what we've been doing. We've been doing this all cycle. So we've been live streaming since December 2023 together. I traveled a bit throughout 2024, so it was a bit more sporadic. Came back home. We've been doing it full-time ever since. But literally, in just the past couple of months, these are some of the opportunities that you get just from tuning into the show. So go click follow so you don't miss any of our shows. Greeny and myself have been preaching shilling Abstract memes for months. The results, Schooner at 200K. Now, I remember that stream. We even had Eli on the stream at the same time. I think it hit even higher than 6 mil, but 30x. God, 150K to 8.8 milli. It's corrected a little bit now, 58x. Retspa, 315K, one of my favorite trades of this cycle, to now 6 million, which will pull up the chart just shy of 6 million. Now 18x as well. Guys, check us out. Come and join us. Come and join us live every day. Go click follow here, GC Crypto TV. Okay. And if you want to, you can clip us. All right. I know a few people in the chat have been clipping us for a while. Clip our content and get paid for it, guys. Upload it to the WAP here, and you can start sharing our content and get paid for it. So Retspa's just going on an absolute cook, guys. It's so hard to look past Abstract meme coins right now. Like, there's no better opportunity. And I literally, guys, I'm doing some work for you and Abstract, okay? I'm doing work for the ecosystem. So I jumped on with Tyler D, Mando, and Farouk's show last week. And this was before they even pumped it. And it was I think it was Tuesday last week. So it was about, just shy of a week ago. And yeah, so it was literally during this consolidation phase. And I literally said on the show, I think you're so early to Abstract. There's only about $8 million to $12 million of consistent volume on the chain. Even if we get 0.1% of supply of volume from other chains where Solana has 10 billion, ETH has 2 billion, Base has 2 billion, even something like Ton, which has probably about 25 million, Polygon has 100 million. If we take 1.1%, Abstract is going to go crazy, okay? And sure enough, that went probably faster than I thought it would. I generally thought we might consolidate for a bit longer, but Abstract August is here. Luke is out there on multiple streams. He obviously went on a few smaller creators last week, but he went on probably arguably one of the biggest creators shows in crypto, and that's obviously Ran and Crypto Banner. Very good for discovery. Thus, this is why I still think we're so early to this chain. Now, I do want to talk specifically about some of the things that he discussed. Now, we did discuss this on Friday as well around the sort of side of like the centralized exchange listings. Now, I was speaking to other prominent sort of creators in the abstract ecosystem, basically saying that, well, naturally, what you need to occur is a meme coin needs to probably have a like at least a million or a couple mil of liquidity, or be close to that, right? And thus, the market cap probably needs to be closer to 20 mil. So obviously, with Luca going on these shows, with maybe him talking to some new liquidity platforms, which I actually got a DM from one of them as well. Like it's an exciting time because if you position yourself early enough now, I really do think a lot of these abstract memes are going to go absolutely crazy. And I've been on this platform now for 7 months and we've become a long way. We've come a long way. We've come a long way. So it's great to see because eventually you are going to see liquidity injected. I mean, let's go have a look at the volume. Has it gone up yet? Yeah. Oh no, it's still steady, dude. The fact that we're still at 11 mil, even if the volume doubles, guys, like that naturally means that majority of this will see more love. There'll be more users, more people talking about it. Okay, and consequently, we'll see prices go up. Now, obviously, do your due diligence. I personally am avoiding newer caps now. I think established tokens are definitely established, and I think if the teams have been around for a while, been verified, been working, okay, then those are the ones that I'm definitely more interested in the long term. And don't forget, people will have to take profits, okay? So don't be angry at people for taking profits, okay? It's just what you have to do in crypto. If you're not taking profits, then other people are front running you and you're going to lose so much money in this space. But yeah, I really like a range of different tokens today. So we'll talk about abstract specifically. But if we do take a look at the rest of the market really quickly, Hyperliquid did break out slowly, but it hasn't quite shown me a lot of strength just yet. But we could see it start to move back towards the 40, 59, sorry, the $50 level. Again, this is one that I really like. It's an on-chain DEX. The liquidity, the platform on there just makes a lot of sense because it's a competitor, obviously, to Coinbase. It's a competitor to Binance and all these sexes on, centralized exchanges on in crypto. It's the one that's really outperforming outside of something like Radium. Wow. Radium is finally, yeah, maybe Radium's starting to break out of its little range that it's been in since the dump. One of my best trades this cycle, but I sold up at the $8 mark after getting in at 20 cents in the bear cycle. Really good to see here. This is a range here. I mean, this could, in theory, this could break out higher. So that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Obviously, the more tokens that go over into the Radium pool, the liquidity pools on Solana memes, that actually helps Radium. They have their own launchpad. So yeah, this could be a chart to definitely keep an eye on as well. Stochastic is bottomed here on the daily as well. So maybe this does have enough propulsion to go back towards the sort of mid 5 range moving forward. ENA also, it's kind of like a beta play. I'm really mad. I was in this. I had a long two. Oh my gosh. I got stopped at break even. So we caught this low here. We caught this low. I'm an aggressive trader. It's just the way that I've learned to be. And honestly, it's the best way to be. I moved we had this pump. Okay, we consolidate, but I moved my stop loss to break even. I got stopped out and then it went crazy, man. Dude, even on like a low leverage 3x, that's a 6x move. You have $1,000 on that, 6 grand. But hey, you can't win them all, chat. I'm transparent. We take losses. I also get stopped out at break even multiple times across the trades. But yeah, market is chilling. Reccoin is having its bit of a pullback. So it'd be interesting to know if whales are starting to sell a little bit here. Like if we are seeing a bit of not capitulation, but more like just whales taking profit. Interesting to see that. Pengu breaking out. I am also in a long already with GTG. We caught this breakout here. I think we had the higher low entry around this sort of mark here. Took the breakout trade. Want to see this trade higher. We're also in Farcoin already, which stop loss to break even. So these are free trades as well. But basically, I think that this could run it all the way back towards the top of the range. But the mid range is also around that 125. That could be a level that I become interested for scaling out. Mog is another one that I'm also in. Again, a very nice breakout. Came back down, retest the golden pocket. Have seen a sort of breakout rejection from the 236, which is why it's my first TP. Okay, breakout. Okay, so what you have here, how do you get into a trade like this? Okay, you wait for consolidation patterns. Okay, 80% of the time, charts do this. They consolidate either in a bull flag, like we've seen here on Mog for multiple weeks, if not months. 20% of the time, they'll do something like this, right? Where it's a trending market down or a trending market up. Majority of the time, prices go sideways, okay? Or even this, you could call that a range there as well, where price is chopping sideways, then eventually you get the price distribution to the bottom or price pumping to the top. Now, what you're seeing here is the higher low here. That's why I was really interested in Mog. We set the low. We bounced off the 0.5 from the low to the swing high. Okay. And then we set that higher low. I was really interested on that higher low, stop loss below the low there. And sure enough, we take that trade higher. And the TP would be this rejection where we've literally rejected from. And then my next TP would be here. And then I probably would hold to potentially see price discovery back towards, well, not price discovery, but price pumping back towards these levels up here. Now, how again do you set some of these take profits up here? If price continues, you use the reverse fib. So you take your fib from the high to the low, okay, and you're looking at these Fibonacci extension targets, okay? So that would be about the 2.57 mark for MOG specifically, or the 1.4, which is about the 2.38 MOG. So that's how you trade, guys. If you want to learn trading like this, we have multiple live streams in GTG every single week. Those are basically the only trades I'm also in Sol from 158. Now, guys, again, textbook, absolute textbook. Swing low, swing high, 0.618, bang. 158 was our entry. Huge trade, huge trade. Ethereum was about the same. Now, do I have my ETH trade still set up? Let's have a look. Maybe I got rid of it. Yeah. No, that's Solana. I think I got rid of my ETH trade. But anyways, my ETH entry is 3.4K. Again, why? It was the swing. Okay. Swing to the low. Okay. I started DCAing at about the 236. We also had a weekly FVG, which we actually didn't quite get to. So the weekly FVG was around this price here, which was the 382. I was very keen for Ethereum to get down to about 3,250. We front ran that, as we just discovered before, guys, with the amount of ETF inflow. We've had what, 100, what was it? $12 billion in invested in the ETFs in Ethereum over the past like 20 days. So naturally it front runner, and we're breaking high. But this is really good to see. Okay. Two ways you can draw this chart. This is huge. Okay. We had a deviation here. So rejection, rejection, deviation. Okay. Rejection there. And now this is the first time we actually had a retest as well. That was another reason I was pretty keen to long. We broke out, retest, bang, off that. We're going crazy. New all-time highs for ETH. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been saying this for a while. So it's no surprise here to see this break high. But that's the first way you can draw it. The second way is obviously the range, where we have the range from all the way back at 21, deviation above, rejection, rejection, rejection. And for the first time, we are starting to go crazy, which is great to see. But yeah, there's a quick, real rundown on how to read some charts, guys. But yeah, basically, guys, that's how you trade them. Let's talk with chat. Okay, so Aura, GM to you, legend. Hope you're doing well, mate. GM, so what's rough exit on Moonbirds for that token announcement pump? I haven't actually looked at Moonbirds, so let's have a look. These ran to 40 ETH. We had Spencer on the show last Friday. Let me just wait for my desk. I'm not going to put a price on it because I don't really like doing that unless it's backed with TA. If we do take a look at Moonbird specifically, they're at 2.3. So they've been idle. They're kind of like just idle at the moment around that price. But you have to remember, these are up tremendously from those. So they found a bottom around 0.5-ish ETH. They obviously did go a little bit lower, but around 0.5. They then consolidated about the 1 ETH mark for a bit. Then they had their next leg up. So naturally, this is the next consolidation period around that 2.5 mark. Holder count continues to increase. Okay, I'm pretty sure this was like 53% unique ownership. So that's higher already. Listings, yeah, still only about 380. Yeah, I'm staying patient. Personally, for me, I mean, if we do take a look at the depth as well, so 100 sales or 73 sales, and it gets to 3 ETH. So for me, I'm pretty keen to rotate. I own 2. I would probably look to maybe sell one of them around 5 ETH and then maybe hold the last one towards sort of 10, if not higher. So yeah, those are probably the plays that I like at the moment. And like, again, the same with my Pudgy. It's very hard. It's very hard to know what to do. Taking profits is literally the hardest thing you can do in crypto. Literally the hard thing to do. Pretty late here, but your stream is lit. Thanks, bro. You can watch all our replays on Twitter or on our YouTubes under Greeny Trades or Craig's Coin Pass. Yeah, exactly, Breeze. Yeah, but Breeze, that's, yeah. So he's referring to crazy how volume is still roughly the same, even though there's been all these runners on Abstract. The reason for it, guys, is because people are getting out of the low cap trash and going to the winners, right? So that's what you want to see. But yeah, it's a tough one. Like I'm still don't know what to do with my Pudgy Penguin, because I really hope I hit platinum this week on Abstract, which will put me in about the top 200 people on the platform, which is just amazing to lock that in. Um, in the same sort of conversation, it's like I'm very heavily exposed to this ecosystem. So the same again, we have 55 unique ownership, 380. So Moonbirds and Pudgy Penguins very similar here. I it would be so hard for me to sell this, but if this gets to crazy levels, right? So if this, like for example, if this doubles, right? And if we look, okay, so this is an ETH, but because ETH is pumping as well, this is a crazy thing. So say ETH gets to 5K and Pudgy Penguins are at 30K. That's 150,000 US dollars. You got to convert that into Australian dollars. So 150K, whatever. Well, let me just go USD to AD. Like that is nearly a house deposit. That's 230,000 Australian dollars. Like that is $250,000, guys. I love Luca. I love Pudgies. I love that it's my brand, but I need to walk away profitable. Slash, I want to buy a house. So I don't know. Like I would love to hear your take, guys. Love to hear your take. Like if they get to those sort of levels, like surely I have to do something. Surely I have to do something. Wait, is Mog not on Hyperliquid? That's crazy. That's actually wild. Bro, FaZe Banks isn't even in Mog. Vibing Cat. Yeah, SPX has been underperforming. Rect has also outperformed on ETH, but I agree. People would rather buy Ethereum-based NFTs rather than the memes on ETH. But again, I don't know. It's a fine balance, to be honest, because a lot of people don't have like 10 grand to just throw it at an NFT. So being more liquid makes a lot of sense, right? And liquidity is easier on your meme coins. Yeah, so Musty says, makes sense. Been debating on whether to enter a Moonbird here as well, but I can't help but think another little penguin or two is less stressful trade. Yeah, I very bullish on Spencer. You probably like outside Luca, he's probably the one person you want in charge of your collection if you're an NFT holder. I just don't know if there's enough time for them to like. If you think about Luca and you listen to the conversations that he's had over the sort of past couple of weeks, like where Pudgies are today is like a 3 or 4 year journey. Where Abstract today is a year journey. So things take time. My only hesitancy with Moonbirds is that we might run out of time this cycle. Now, does that mean that like does BTC have to pump for the rest of the market to pump? Not necessarily. BTC can either kind of consolidate or maybe pull back a little bit. Because what we saw at the end of last cycle into 2022 was a full-blown NFT season. Like, when did Moonbirds even mint? Because that was pretty much the end of the cycle. Was whenever they mint, or whenever the other deeds minted. It was Moonbirds were a little bit earlier, I think, from memory. Oh, Moonbirds are nearly at 10K. Hectic. Let me pull up this chart. Is it going to show me? Maybe it's not going to show me. Come on. All right, it's not going to work. But yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so no, it doesn't have a full history, dude. OpenSea, come on, limitation. It's a hard one for me because I do think that you can see runners probably outperforming like later in the cycle. Like I can see that happen. There should be enough liquidity in the ecosystems for that to win. The thing you got to note here too is the main question you got to ask yourself between a Moonbird and a little Pudgy is Moonbirds are the premier collection. Spencer even said on our show last week, Moonbirds are the premier collection. They'll always have a preference over the oddities and over the mythics. Little Pudgies is the second collection to the big Pudgy. So naturally, I personally, if I had to pick between them, not financial advice, I would probably lean towards the Moonbirds. Now, they were around the same price for a long period of time. Now it's a different conversation because you do need an extra 2.5K to buy a Moonbird. So that's nearly half an ETH or more. No, yeah, about 0.7 of an ETH or something. So very different conversation now. When these were the same price, I would have probably still lent towards Moonbird because it's the premier NFT of that collection. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Dude, I'm so sad that I got scammed. My punk my punk would have been worth $237,000, bro. Hey, I probably made how much profit would that be? So that's about 130K profit. You know what? I've actually probably made more money than holding the punk, which is crazy to think about. But just in more active trades, a very easy buy and hold. I generally think Next bear cycle, I buy a punk again. It's the only time I probably buy one. I want to buy one now, but it's way too much money. I'm not buying a punk at these prices. But I know Mando was looking at buying a punk, but I buy punk in the next bear market, kind of wherever it is. Like if it's 150K, 100K, if it goes lower than that, I think it's a bargain for the long term. I generally think like, but you might miss it. Like these might go to a million. These might go to a million. That was my whole thesis. Like it was my whole thesis of why I bought a punk was because of the whole Ethereum based trade. I bought my punk basically around the lows of Ethereum because it was a hedge on Ethereum as well. And naturally, Ethereum's gone up crazy as well. So it is what it is. I got scammed. I had to liquidate it. So I had cash to trade with and stuff. And sure enough, I made more money anyway. Just a lot more work. It would have been a very easy hold to make the same amount, if not a little bit less, just by holding the punk. I'm reading chat now. Got to get those open voyages done. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit. I think I'm up to 3K XP on OpenSea. So Breeze says you have to decide whether it's better to hold for XP or not at that point. Yeah, it's a fair play. Like, I mean, holding a big pudgy on abstract gets you that 50% bonus. So that's quite massive, right? That is quite massive. Red Spell looks like it wants a new all-time high here soon. Yeah, the whole NFT. But yeah, roof over your head / a picture of a penguin. Yeah, so 55A says roof over a head compared to picture of a penguin. I mean, you are right. Like if it's even if it's a 20th of like 20% of a house, like of a $1 million, like you like I was okay. Here's just a story that so many people still get wrong. I was talking to my brother-in-law over the weekend. I have family up here. And he just couldn't comprehend NFTs. I literally said to him, I pulled out my pudgy and I said, this is worth about 100,000 Australian dollars. And he's just like, why? And I'm like, it is so much. IP brand, like I think he has more of that sort of old school mindset, which I think a lot of people still do. And they don't understand that the world is moving into a different place. Digital identity, IP, billions of views across Giphy, Luca as the founder, okay, value towards you as a holder. Okay, they have the Pudgy Penguins in the Walmart. Likely, they're going to be listed on with McDonald's with a partnership as well. So, like, normies still do not understand NFTs. They really do not understand NFTs. So Rizuka says, it seems like Luca has timed abstract and Pudgy Penguins perfectly this cycle. Obviously, we don't know just yet, but time will tell. I definitely think he has. He has. I mean, I bought my first Pudgy. I actually prefer my second Pudgy, to be honest. But I bought my first Pudgy in, I think it was November last year. It was 80. And I bottom ticked it. Then they announced Pengu, and I was like, oh my God, that's like, it's just nice to be rewarded for sometimes luck in that case. But I was betting on him to succeed. And sure enough, that's worked out. Like, when I think about it, that was like 9 months ago already. Pengu was released 9 months ago. So things take time. That's the only hesitation I have with Moonbirds. Is it might be like their cycle might be the next cycle. It's hard to know. It is hard to know. Nixon says I'm pushing 8K XP on OpenSea. Nice, bro. That's good. That's good. You must be doing a lot of volume. Oh no, I'm only at 2.7. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, I need to sign it with my ETH while I don't have that open. That's pretty good. I think I'm only at 2.7. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm reading through chat. Do I not live in a house? Yeah, I do, but I rent. I want to own my house. I want to own my house. My take is to obliterate the penguin charts. If they pump for you, come back to the JPEGs later. Well, yeah, I still own a bit of Pengu as well. Maybe that's the trade. Rotate the Pudgy Penguin into. Well, no, I'd want to stable it up and put it into fiat. Oh yeah, no, Vibing Cat, you're right. My punk wasn't a floor punk, so it's probably worth 250K already. So can I ask a non-abstract question? Of course, mate. Around Annie. Yeah, look, I read a bit of FUD about Annie over the weekend as well. It did break out. I think a few GTG traders got into Annie. ANI is the ticker for those asking. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I haven't really been plugged into Solana. I personally just was buying like I bought. I'll share once my charts load. Like I just bought really good setups and um I just bought really good setups and just held. So something like Worthless, which is your top meme coin on Moonshot. I bought this low down here, and I still hold this, so it's up still 2x from our entry at 7 mil. So um, something like this was really interesting to me. What other one up the top here? Something like House as well had broken out a bit, had broken out a little bit. Has now come back and retested its 786. So I want to probably see this lows hold and that next leg up. Something like Tickcoin as well. It's just I remain cautious over on Solana because ETH is outperforming. So you want to be where the volatility, where the eyes are, where the price go up is, right? Like I again, two of my best trades that aren't necessarily buying a token or getting into a specific asset at the lows and take a profit at the highs are understanding when the trends shift from BTC and ETH in the middle of the bear market into Solana. I literally bottom ticked that live with GTG and live on all the live streams and Craig and I did in 2023. I spoke about it for ages. Then we took full profits on that at the beginning of this year. Sold about 90% of my Solana bag at around $180. I sold obviously a little bit higher, took like 10% out of 230, 10% out of 250. Then I spoke about Ethereum towards April, a little bit earlier as well this year, and bottom ticked the buy on April. So on Ethereum at the low. So sometimes the best trades aren't necessarily buying Pengu at the absolute lows, which we did as well. But like for argument's sake, okay, let me choose a token I haven't traded. Link is outperforming right now. It's like some of the best trades aren't buying Link at the ultimate lows and taking profit at the highs. They're understanding trends in crypto. And that is what I pride myself on doing. Understand when liquidity, when volume, when market makers, when users, when people like you are going to go away from Solana back to Ethereum, when you're going to leave Ethereum and go to Hyperliquid, all these sorts of things, or go over to Abstract Chain because there's just so much good opportunities with a low liquidity over there. So those are nearly my best trades this cycle, is understanding when to completely not even hold BTC and Ethereum in 2023 and outperforming that by about an 8x by holding Solana, but then taking profits on that and then rotating that into when BTC was at the lows at 74K or 80K, which Craig called. But for me, more specifically, getting into Ethereum at 1800, getting back into Ethereum at 2.2K and buying those assets on Ethereum at the absolute lows. Those, without a doubt, are the best trades that you want to be talking about. It's not about picking a 100x gem. It's about picking a trend and being early to the trend. And then as the users, as the masses come, taking profit during that euphoria. That is the secret of crypto. That is 9 years of alpha right there, chat. Okay. And again, GTG literally has this every day. Okay. Read in chat. Yeah, we'll go through abstract memes in a minute. Are you anticipating any more dips? Probably not. No, I don't think so. Unless a crazy like a World War III or something like that happens, like a Black Swan event. I don't really see it. Wait. So vibing, you have a punk? Send it to me, bro. Yeah, should have also bought a Fidenza. Yeah, that's fair. So I can't see your name, but Ghetto said spent 30 minutes trying to explain crypto to my coworker, and we are accountants, and he still is clueless at trying to grasp and understand it. I know it's hard. I think people are just so ignorant. Man. Like they just don't like. I think they're so stuck in the mindset of like what society was before that they don't understand that society in itself can shift, right? Like if you think about it, it's like before technology, before the internet, it was literally like gold, silver, and houses that were the wealth creation opportunities, like land. Okay. Now that's shifted into stocks. Now, even if you try and pick the early stocks, and this is the crazy part that you need to understand about crypto, The early stocks aren't probably the ones that succeed, or the companies. They're not the ones that succeeded like prolonged over the next sort of 2 decades, right? What succeeded came out a bit later. Facebook came out in what, 2007? Amazon was an OG. It's about 90s, same as Microsoft, OG, right? But those companies adapted and grew bigger than what they first initially did. Okay. And those are the things you need to understand. Nvidia more recently as well. It's very more recent compared to those. So technology and stocks became the wealth creation. Then we had the GFC. Bitcoin really changed the idea around money and understanding like, okay, well, digital wealth. Like, and I think to your point too, and to talk to your that accountant friend of yours, like explain it in a way that he doesn't understand. So in other words, like explain it if like for me, like Western society. Okay. So for here, right, I have a pretty stable dollar. The Australian dollar is very stable, but they're still printing a lot. They're still printing a lot of US dollars as well. So naturally that's going to debase the currency and it's going to naturally trend to zero value over time. So BTC has a finite supply. It cannot be hacked. Okay. There's only a finite supply left to mint. What is it, like a million tokens? I don't even know. And that's going to occur over the next 100 years, like well after our lifetime, which is crazy to think about. So that as its own package, plus the whole non-Western society. So my friends in South America, my friends in Africa, and other countries around the world who don't have a stable currency, crypto just makes so much sense. That's why Argentina, that's why El Salvador, that's why like some of these African countries have been so like buying it up because they don't have a stable currency. That in itself is why Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin, makes a lot of sense. You can probably say that Ethereum is like the internet of things. Ethereum is the blockchain that DeFi goes on, that the whales go on. It is the only ETF outside of Bitcoin that can be traded on as well. And that's huge. You've got to remember that. That is huge. Until probably Solana, Pengu, Dogecoin, and stuff also get an ETF. So these sort of conversations, right, why we're still so early to crypto. I mean, like, guys, look at this. Look at this chart. Like, crypto is, without a doubt, crypto is $100 trillion industry. There is no, like, I remain extremely confident that BTC trends up from here and that crypto is $100 trillion. Okay. Look at where that is. Look at that. That is an upside. Guys, I need to have a drink of water here. Vibing. Send me a damn, bro. But tell me you are vibing, cat, so I read it and I know that it's you. So we are at $3.95 trillion, okay? To get to 100 million, that is still a 24x. Now, of course, that's going to take time. But how much time? Who knows? Could be a decade. Could be like here. Who knows? I mean, in the space, for comparative sakes, let's look, okay? So let's look. Okay, so this cycle alone, we've seen a what? Return of what? We've returned 4x, okay? So naturally, over time, you would assume that over time, from the low to the high, that was 27x. Yeah, so 4x down to 27x. But I mean, this could go high. So say it gets to 5. Let's say we get to 5 trill this market. It's a 6x. So say next cycle, we get a 4x. Okay, so what? Say we go up here, but the lows around 3 trill. Okay, dude, okay, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, crypto is $100 trillion. Just look at the amount of money that's going to stable coins, right? Where do you buy stable coins traditionally? On Ethereum. That's why Ethereum is also so bullish for me. It's actually nearly a conversation where I'm kind of like, you know what? Unless ETH gets to like 10K, I might just put it on a ledger and worry about it in 10 years' time and create way more wealth than trying to maybe actively trade it. Kind of like BTC. If you can get to 1 BTC, I think that's the secret. Obviously, that's quite a challenge, even for me more recently. Trying to get to 1 BTC where I know there's better opportunities, it's hard. But I think these are the sort of conversations that we need to be having. Okay, cool. I'll reply to you later, bro. I'll reply to you later. Yeah, Troll just outperformed. Troll's been pushed by a cabal and by the whole pump ecosystem. Is there a chart that shows total meme market cap on Sol vs ETH? No, I don't think so. I mean, some other conversations we could have is total 3 as well. Like this is every token excluding BTC and ETH. And like I saw Ben Cowan come out again and said there hasn't been an altcoin season, and I agree. I know I've literally have said there's not going to be an altcoin season. Um, this will trend up, which is a 2x, but from here, like the 2x in this is going to be specific assets. Like Hyperliquid could be one, Sui could be another, Solana might take a bit of market share, Pengu might steal some more market share. But traditionally, is that does that mean your random left like altcoin, like a Cash from Lark Cycle or Graphcoin is going to pump like 2x from here? No, absolutely not. So those are the sort of conversation you need to have as well. All right, I'm reading chat. How'd you get scammed? Phishing links and manipulated socially into investment opportunity that I thought was real, but it was fake. But learned big lessons, doubled down on the business, doubled down myself, and very happy for it. Doing very well. Thoughts on Tao and Sui? Yeah, I like them. I like both of them. Tao's more of your strongest sort of but even this is a classic example, right, of being in the wrong trend. Like excuse me, guys. Still recovering from my sickness. But like if you had held if you've held Tao since anywhere since September last year, over the course of 322 days, you are not in profit. How many other opportunities have you missed because you bag hold something like this during the same period of time? These are the conversations I have at G2G daily. It's literally like people come to me and go, Greeny, what about this asset? And I'm like, well, how is it performing compared to Solana? How is it compared to BTC? How is it compared to Ethereum? How is it compared to Hyperliquid? If it's bearish against all of those, get out of it. Use your liquidity for a better opportunity. If it is outperforming a couple of them or all of them, it's probably a good opportunity. Some of those opportunities are wrecked coin. Okay. Look at that chart. Look at that chart for comparison. Pengu. Look at that chart. SPX. Look at that chart, right? Filecoin. Outperforming the same time. September last year, it was over here. I don't even know where it is, but you can't even see the background. But these are the conversations you need to have. So many people lock up their liquidity in the wrong thing, thinking it's going to come back when they're just missing daily opportunities. They're literally missing daily opportunities. All right, I'm just going to drop the G2G link in because I know I've shielded it a couple of times and people should join me. There you go. Come and join us in G2G. Well, yeah, Cowan said, yeah, fair play. You could reduce the stables out of there. Yeah, agreed. You can look at that, but stables I would argue it should be included. But Cowan said total 3 excluding stables on the BTC pair will get to 0.25. I mean, the algo, what do you have to write in? It's like total. Let me see if I can try and work out what it is. It's like total 3 minus what? BTC or something that you do? Or minus USDT? How do I put in the formula for TradingView? That's the question I need to know. I mean, Gion says full Bitcoin club is a place to be. I do agree, but I think ETH is starting to be a very good conversation. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, Colin says, yeah, this is a good topic to discuss. I like to start with the topic of money itself. People spend 70 to 80 hours working to make money, but little time thinking about how to protect the value of their savings. Then shift to generations being digital native and millennial/younger people disliking banking industry post 2008. Literally so important, that conversation. Oh, dude, that is a question. Okay. Random question. What do you think the biggest change will be in the world in the next 100 years? Well, you'd have to say it's AI. And, well, okay, draw it back 100 years ago. Where were we? No internet. Nowhere near internet. Nowhere near phones. Nowhere near technology. Industrial was dominant. Think about it from a health perspective. People were still getting diseases. People were only living to like 40 or 50. So life expectancy went up. So if I take I'm a PE science teacher, so health and PE and science in my background. So if I think about it from that and that aspect, humans probably live to over 100 years because tech gets better, health regeneration gets better, stem cells get better. What does the world look like? That's a hard one. That is a hard one. Well, at this rate, if we don't really worry about sort of climate change, then potentially there could be like the Pacific Islands. They might be all underwater in 100 years. We're starting to see crazy weather events again. No, like floods, more cyclones, more tsunamis, all those sorts of things. That's a consequence of the world actually increasing in temperature as well. These are the sort of things. Yeah, Wealth Creator says automation. I agree. Like automation in a range of different ways. But then there's still going to be people that are required. Um, like you need people to create. You can have a bot that creates, but you still need people to sign off on it. Okay. You need people to do these sorts of things. So emerging tech around that is probably a good conversation. You still need people like builders, right? To build houses. Like AI can't build houses. So maybe robots, yes, potentially. But for me, I mean, that's a hard question. I won't be around, unfortunately, in 100 years. I would love to be. But yeah, unfortunately, I won't be around. Yeah, interesting. Anyways, let's look at abstract meme coins. So total 3 ES BTC. Well, is that what the chart code is? Ratio of total crypto market cap excluding BTC. Oh, legend. Thank you. Let's have a look. I mean, this is, dude, I think this is going to be a very big breakout. I do. I mean, if you just broadly take a look at that, I suppose, like from the highs. I mean, this is holding up very well. Let me just move this chart up to the top as well. It's weird. It's annoying that I can't manually like move this up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this looks, honestly, if this was a meme coin, I would buy the shit out of this. I know Ben Cowan saying it's altcoin. I agree. I've literally said for months, I don't think we see a full blown altcoin season. Does that not mean that we can still pump from here like a 2x? Yeah, absolutely we can. So yeah, I do think, but it's again, it's about picking the right coins that are going to outperform. That's the question. That's the question. So Dineers says, what's making most of the memes on abstract run? Well, you're so early, right? It's the consumer chain. It's so low in market cap volume, market cap in general. There's an airdrop coming. Now, I promise you, when people know the date of the airdrop, people will come over and try to farm it. But they're way too late. They're way too late. So Luca is the best person to talk to on any live stream. If you've watched any of these live streams, you literally will know that he is easily the best person to talk to. Okay. In terms of like being able to understand the marketing scheme behind going on live streams. Okay. That's huge. That is huge. As a fellow founder of a business, understanding how to pitch your token, your Pudgy Penguins, your business is abstract, Igloo, whatever it is, he nails that, right? So those are multiple catalysts for why abstract is so early. Thanks for that chart too, DCCB. Appreciate that. Make sure, guys, if you're on abstract and you don't have a name, create a name. Yeah, Floppy says doctors versus AI. That's a really important conversation. Cudboy, Granny, 2 questions. What are your thoughts on the Bodoggos? Been hearing about a lot about them and put a bid at 3.2. Also, what are your thoughts on the Hosiko chart? I haven't looked at Hosiko in a long time. I just feel like there are better players, but I mean, it could perform well. Bodoggos, best media company. So if I think about top sort of brands in crypto in terms of media, it would be Bodoggos, FOMO Hour, Modern Market, and GC Crypto, guys. You're watching one of them right now, GC Crypto. In terms of the NFT, I'm shooting myself because I wanted to buy them at 1 Sol. I said to Craig, should I sweep 10 Bodoggos here at 1 Sol and chat? And everyone was like, nah, not sure. No, I see, there's another example of me knowing a trend before it's going to happen. And I decided not to. I decided to double down on abstract, which has probably outperformed what I would have bought on the Bodoggos and stuff as well. But still, there's another way. Like while the majority of you are looking to zig over here, I'm zagging over here. Okay, I'm already thinking, okay, well, what's happening in 3 months' time? What's happening in 6 months' time? All these sort of things, right? So that's my thoughts. You're welcome, NFT Punks. Welcome to Abstract Legend. Allison, what's going on? How are you? Jace, GM to you, Legend, as well. I mean, yeah, Cutboy, that's it. Okay, let's talk on that for a topic in itself, right? Cutboy says, I'm kicking myself for that as well. Look, A trade is a trade, man. Like I'm furious that I missed a 4x on 10. So a 40 sold trade. How much is sold? Let's say it's just shy of $200. So that's a 10 grand trade. Um, yeah, sure. You can be furious about potentially losing 10 grand, but you can also let that go and know that, oh shit, there's so many daily opportunities in this space. I'm in the right space to be looking for these daily opportunities. Maybe join a community like us on GTG and talk with people about it. And then from there, you're not wasting the wrong energy on the wrong thing. Too many people go, oh, I could have had this, or what if, right? Move on, let it go. Like, I mean, I'm a classic example of that. I got scammed a shit ton of money this year, like like life changing money. I can't tell you the number, but it was just a stupid amount. But hey, that like rather than like I look, don't get me wrong. I took about a week to process it, took a week to chill out, took a week to compose myself. I didn't go on stream. I just had to step back. I then realized it was a kick up the bum. I doubled down on my business. I doubled down on the brand. GC Crypto is doing extremely well. We partner with some top exchanges and stuff like that. I've made back more money than I lost in the scam because it's all about your mindset, okay? And there is no better industry in the world than crypto right now. No better industry. Like I still talk to my mates who work 9 to 5. Dude, stuff that. Literally. Like sure, you need money to make money. So working 9 to 5 makes a lot of sense. But as Colin said earlier, like you need to be thinking about, okay, passively, like how can I go about crypto passively? If you are lucky to have more time, maybe you're younger, maybe you're studying, whatever it is, maybe you're retired already, then having a more active approach makes a lot more sense. Okay. So there's so many of these things that we can talk about for hours. I do have to jump off in probably 15 minutes. I do have calls in about half an hour. No coin for Bodogas. They will never launch a coin. I've confirmed from the team. They will never launch a coin. So I won't say never. At this point in time, they are not going to launch a coin. Cudboy, you are in GTG. Legend. Love it. Legend. Appreciate it. Highly recommend signing up if you're not in it already. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. What's my style? It's always harder for me to hold when the idea isn't mine. Mate, that's exactly why GTG is the best, right? We literally teach you to understand why we are taking a trade. We have multiple live streams a week. We break it down in conversations daily, and we teach you to become a better crypto trader. And in that sense, so that you understand why I'm taking this trend, why I'm talking about Ethereum right now, why I'm talking about abstract, why I'm not talking about base anymore, why I'm not talking about virtuals. Okay. These sort of the conversations that we always have. Okay. And that's the style. The style isn't about, oh, just buy this chart and you're going to make 100x. The style is, okay, we're breaking down this because of this. We're thinking about this because of that. We're looking at this chain because of this, this, and this, because I think this could potentially play out. It's a conversation around building your knowledge, building your understanding, and really diving into the educational side of crypto that so many people don't ever do. That's literally it. Climate change is fake. I mean, I've seen I don't disagree, but I like the world naturally probably does go through cycles, right? But I do think humans have sped up the period of the cycle that we're currently in as well. Am I Melbourne based? No, I'm not Melbourne based. I'm Queensland based. Queensland based. Yeah, we have our Brizzy event. We have a Brisbane event in 3 weeks time. Yeah, 3 weeks time. Which will be fun. All right, we haven't even looked at charts, guys. But okay, to wrap today's video, guys, we're gonna look or stream, not video. We'll look at some abstract charts because they are just popping off right now. I mean, it's just nuts, man. It's nuts how crazy these are. Okay, so all right, let's have a look. And appreciate all the love in the comments and guys, and massive shout out to Craig as well, my co-host who couldn't be here today. Hopefully he recovers and he's all good for tomorrow as well. Cool. Let's dive in. Meow looking like it's going to break out. Yes, I do like that chart. Okay, Red Spot, nearly all-time highs here. I mean, this dip as well last night at 4.7 milli got absolutely bought up. So that's good to see. Now you want to see us take out a high. If not, it's going to consolidate here for a bit longer. Abspa, did go to 48 milli, I think, last night or the day before. My charts. Hold on, let me close some tabs. Let me close some tabs. We got too many tabs open. Okay. So Absa got to 45 milli and has pulled back a little bit. So that's only about a 10% pullback. So it's not too bad. Where do I become interested in this? Probably back towards 34.28 if we do see that. This is easily going to be listed on centralized exchanges too, by the way. So this is a 100 million token. I literally said this is a 100 million token way back here at about 10 million or 9 million. I own a little bit of Abster, not too much. God is probably the biggest token on Abstract at the moment. Shout out to the two Aussie boys, Nish and Mitch as well. Love this chart. Love this chart. Love the meme. Think this has a lot higher to go. These are guys who actually dive into the world of dyslexic people, dogs, etc., etc. So yeah, no, it's really good. Highly recommend checking it out. Red Spot. Oh, we already looked at it. S&P. It pumped on nice. Yeah, it looks like it could break out here as well. I did take some profits up here. I think this is a great meme, but I didn't want to hold too much of the supply. So I actually did scale out a bit of profits over the weekend into this sort of consolidation period here. So that looks nice. Looks like it could break out soon. Guna as well consolidating here. Now, this one wasn't bought up by Luca, which a lot of people are kind of like wondering why. So very interesting, but you have consolidation here. Retest of the 382, downing, decreasing volume. So naturally, what you would want to see is a breakout here, and obviously volume increasing here is what I'm kind of looking at the moment. Cyclops, really good reaction. I mean, dude, this dip is nuts. Like, who sold these guys, and who bought this? I would have gladly bought. Like, these are the dips I want to be buying, but of course, it happens in the middle of the night. But yeah, again, not really interested at these sort of levels. I took the breakout trade. Actually, no, I took the breakout trade quite late, but still up about 2x on that trade. Barry's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes on Abstract as well. Same again. This is a classic example of why Abstract memes are outperforming. They're only coming to their shallow fib and then putting in their next leg. That's crazy. That is crazy business, right? Same again. Like here, if you look here, where did we get to? Just the golden pocket. Then we went crazy. So that's good to see. Something like this again. Again, you got to be patient. If you want to win in crypto over time, you want to be patient. So I'm looking back towards here if we do see a bit of a pullback. Any of those ones, not really interested in at this point in time. Big went absolutely crazy. What is my chart, bro? What is my chart? So Big's finally going crazy. I sold all my miners actually yesterday. You can do that now, which is crazy. And I'm just holding Big, so I'm just going to hold the token. GG's to anyone that doubled down during here. You would be printing. You would be absolutely printing 2.5x. Oh, dude, nice. Let's move on. Genie is okay. Two charts that I like the breakout of more recently. It was Genie, okay, where it had this sort of pullback from the lows. Set the high low here. Well, I mean, I'll just draw that, but okay, set the high low here. This one here. All right, that's the high low. I was really interested in this. I think I'm in around the 400K mark. And this one actually had, these guys built like, kind of like an analytical trading tool. So this one easily should run it up, in my opinion, higher if they keep shipping that tool. So yeah, I like this chart. I like this, and I am in this. Meow is also probably the lower cap end that has a nice chart. Starting to see it break out high as well. Consolidation here after dipping. Did dip, obviously, all the way back towards its 786 and 886. If we go to 0, there we go. Okay, 886, 786, traditionally very good area to buy memes. If the team's still shipping and volume comes in, very good trade. But as you can see here, that broke out. Rejection from sort of this high as well, but we are starting to put in a breakout high. So I do like this chart as well, and I bought some over the weekend. Outside that, it's good to see Dream running it back a little bit as well, 700K. Same again, okay, strong breakout from the lows. Okay, a lot of people go, oh, I'm not interested in these tokens. Well, you should be when they're at the lows, because that's the best place to buy them. That's the best risk to reward. So look at this. Where did it bounce from? So high, from low to high, bang. Look at that, 886. Like clockwork. Best strategy in crypto. Bang, you go crazy. Bang, it's going absolutely nuts. That's just how to trade. What else am I interested in? Deepengu, what are you doing at the moment? Yeah, it's just kind of going sideways. It did obviously break below this, kind of consolidated, and it's gone sideways. So I mean, this would be a hedge on them having dark mode on the platform, is my only real thesis with this one. Do I own any? No. Alpha is consolidating after a big pump, big pump. These guys, this IP is cool. The team, I've spoken to the team multiple times on Spaces. Again, I got into this chart around here, so up tremendously. When am I interested in this again? Probably golden pocket if we do see it, which we might not see it. So there you go, guys. So Gion, yeah. So is the SMP video really cool? That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Jace, I'm not sure. Oh, get involved with that event. Send me a DM and I can send you the page, bro. To buy it. Oh, I think the tickets are free, so I think you just have to register. But yeah, send me a DM on Twitter and I'll try and get back to you. I do apologize if I miss your DM. I have stupid amount of DMs. Cool. So I bet Luca doesn't buy Guna or any of the little pudgy characters. That's interesting. That's an interesting take, but I kind of agree with that. Kind of agree with that take. Are you currently scaling out into ETH or stables? I haven't actually taken profit. I'm usually taking profit on. So for XP on Abstract 2, you don't really get XP for holding ETH. You get XP for holding the assets, right? So if I take profits on something, I'll move them into another token. At this point in time, very risky. Okay. Again, not financial advice. Always do your own research, understand the markets. If you want to learn, GTG is the place for you. But for me, at this point in time, I'm chasing higher up XP. Hopefully, we'll hit platinum this week. We'll find out literally in 2 days. I'm so excited to join. I think there's only 153 people in platinum right now, so that's huge. But yeah, just currently been rotating them into other memes on Abstract now, where I think we're still in the first leg of Abstract memes. So yeah, just kind of staying patient in that department. But yeah, there'll get a time where I probably do look to scale some profits. I mean, the only people who walk away profitable from crypto are the people that sell. So always remember that, guys. Always remember that. Cool. All right, that's a huge stream. 1,450 people in the house. I love to see it. Love to see it. Oh, that's not a good screenshot. I was going to try and screenshot. Hold on. There we go. That's a bit better. There we go. I'll screenshot that and put that out shortly. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Oh, Nathan, I didn't even see you in the chat. GMTU legend as well. Bree said, why sell your miners versus keep them? I'd rather own the token. So I got like 500 big. If big goes to like $5 again, that's $2.5 grand. I'll sell them. Yeah, I mean, I did. Okay, Breeze, actually, to be honest with you, it was a tax reason. I'm sick of having these little micro transactions for tax and trying to like deal with them. When my tax, like when they send me like manually to check like transactions, I will, it's giving me kind of, it's making me nervous already, but I'll have to go through and manually look at thousands of transactions. So I don't like the trickle of like the big coin into my wallet. I'm like, it's only like 10 cents for an opportunity. So for me, I'm just like, nah. Thoughts about little pudgies at this price? Go watch the replay back. Come and follow us here at GC Crypto, guys. I'll chuck it in the chat. I spoke about little pudgies and moonbirds earlier in the chat. Go click follow, guys, on GC Crypto. Okay, there it is on the screen as well. Click it now. Go click follow. We have exclusive giveaways hopefully coming in the next week or two. Finalizing that. Super excited to give back to our community because that is always our goal, is to help you guys win, but also give you some opportunities that you don't get elsewhere. Massive shout out for everyone who's tuning in. If you have tipped me on Abstract, I do say a massive thank you as well. I can't see them. They haven't really popped up, unfortunately. So guys, I do appreciate any of the tips that you guys do give me every stream. Thank you so much. And guys, thanks for tuning in. 1,450 people in the house. Huge stream. Good start to the week. Market is hot. I do have some meetings, unfortunately, so I do have to bounce. But guys, tune into GC Crypto every day and you can start winning consistently, okay? Like some of these trades that Craig spoke about here. Bang! 30x, 58x, 18x. Love to see it, mate. Love to see it. Love to see it. Big shout out to Craig as well. Hope he recovers. And guys, that'll probably do it for today. So thanks for hanging with me. I wish you guys the best Sunday if you're over in America or over in Europe. And if you're here in Australia, enjoy your Mondays, guys. It's nice and sunny outside after a rainy weekend. So it's good to see that. But guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time. We're live every day. I've been doing this for 18 months. So come and join us on our trip, on our journey, not our trip, on our journey, okay, in this beautiful industry we call crypto. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're in America. And if you're here in Australia, it's 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate you all, guys. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. See you later.